Hey guys, it's Kobe with Rural Bible Reviews coming at you again this week with another Bible review. This time we're going to be reviewing a Bible I just got this week, and it is the Sovereign Collection from Thomas Nelson. It is the New King James Bible in the personal size edition, and it is in the brown leather soft. Now this Bible, I jokingly have been calling it my TikTok Bible. I've been having, my son-in-law has a TikTok. Of course, he's young, and he sends me stuff he wants me to watch sometimes. And there for a while, I could watch it. Well, then I got to where I couldn't watch it because I didn't have TikTok. And then I've got friends that send me, funny videos or whatever, they want me to watch, and I can't watch them. So finally, I just broke down and made a TikTok. So I've got a TikTok now. I've got one video on there, and it's not even Bible related, which I need to do some Bible related clips on there, I guess, and maybe try to get up a following. I don't know. Who knows even how long TikTok's going to last. Anyway, we won't get into all that because of the politics, whatever. But anyway, so they have the TikTok shop. So if you're familiar with TikTok, any day you logged in or opened up the app, you clicked on something in the corner and it gave you money. Well, anyway, bottom line is I was able to buy this and I paid 1 penny for this Bible. So, because of the TikTok cash that I garnered. So it's pretty funny. But anyway, I'm going to leave a link down below where you can buy this Bible from christianbook.com, because it's the same price as what it was that I would have gave for it if I would have bought it outright from Faith Gateway. So anyway, but it's a really nice Bible. It comes in this real pretty slipcase. It's red and black, which are two of my favorite colors. I'll let you guys pause it right there. There's your ISBN number and all the information you need. And of course, it is in the Thomas Nelson comfort print, which, as you guys know, I am a big fan of comfort print. And I just noticed this too. It says the cover design was done by a company called Studio Gearbox, so whoever they are. But like I say, there's your ISBN. The USD is $49.99, the retail price. But like I say, you can find it cheaper online. It's $35 on christianbook.com. But it is, I'm going to set this off to the side. And as you can see, I got the brown leather soft. And it is very nice. It's got perimeter stitching, as you can see. It's got the Holy Bible imprinted on it. It's got these tool designs on it. On the back, it's got the same tool designs. It does have your ISBN there. The spine work, though, is really elegant looking, really pretty. It says Holy Bible. You've got this design here. It says New King James Version, Thomas Nelson. And you've got these gold stamping. It's supposed to be like tool hubs, but there are some small spine hubs on this. There's one there, one there, one there, one there. So there's 4 of them. I don't know if you guys can see that, if the camera's picking it up or not. But anyway, and it also comes with 2 ribbons. I believe these are double-sided satin. One brown, one red, which goes with the theme, which we'll get into when we open the Bible here. But it is line matched, classic 2-column format. It has brief book introductions. The words of Christ are in red. It has extensive end-of-page cross-references, translation notes, a presentation page, a concordance, full-color maps, 2 satin ribbon markers, so I was right, gilded page edges, durable and flexible Smyth-sewn binding, so it would be a very good rebind candidate, clear and readable in NKJV comfort print in a 9.5 point print size. So the font is a 9.5 font. So it's very, very readable. Now it does have the gilding, the gold gilding, no art gilding or anything, but still. All right, we'll open it up. And of course it does have a paper liner here. And it does have your presentation page. And then you open it up and it says the Holy Bible, red letter edition, New King James, Thomas Nelson. And it was printed in China. You've got your table of contents. Now, this is what I mean by the matching. See how you got these red accents? It goes with a red ribbon. And of course, the brown ribbon goes with the color of the Bible. And, well, can't get my fingers to work. You have your preface right after this to the New King. And like I say, with every Bible, with every review I give, if you're not familiar with the translation, read your preface and it'll tell you the history of it and everything. And then you've got your Old Testament title page. You open it up, and here you go. The first book of Moses, called Genesis. And I love these drop caps with that design on it and everything. Very pretty, very antique looking, very old school, which I really, really like because it kind of fits in with the old King James, part of it there, in my opinion. So, but you've got your, drop caps for everything, for the beginning there. And like I say, this 9.5 point font is very, very legible, very readable. And I don't know if you guys can see this or not. You do have red verse numbers, but look, where it starts a new paragraph, look how much bolder it is, the 6 versus the 7. It is verse by verse, double column. And like I said, you've got your translator notes, you've got your extensive end-of-page cross-references and everything, which is right here. So yeah, and those are very legible as well. Like I say, this is just a very, very, I'm going to flip this open some more. We'll lay open it. I've only had it for a few days, so I've been working with it a little bit. But it is very, very, very pretty in my opinion. I love the red accents. Now, your page numbers are still going to be in black, which is fine. But your verse numbers and your title and everything and your chapter headings and your section headings are all going to be done in red. Now, I'm going to open up here to the Psalms where I have my ribbon marker. And you can see here, it says book 1, and it tells you which Psalms are in book 1. And again, you've got your introduction to the Psalms and everything. And let me open up a little bit more. Here's your poetry section. Very beautiful. The ghosting is minimum. And that's because of the line match. Even these drop caps, you can barely see them coming through. The camera adds to it, like I always tell you guys. I don't know what the GSM is on this paper, but like I said, it's to me it's great. I don't know how to handle marking and everything. I always tell you guys to try it in the back somewhere. That way you can see, how it'll mark. But let me keep flipping here. And we'll get to the New Testament. But as you can see, like I said, the size of this Bible is great too. This would be a good carry to church Bible because it's very legible, but it's not really big. It being a personal size edition. I still want to get and here you go, the New Testament, Words of Christ in red, which I think is very neat. I still want to get a McLaren edition in the New King James. I really want a, what do they call it? Their premium edition. I really want one of their premium editions too. But here you go. You open it up. Here's Matthew, your book introduction and everything. And we'll flip over and let you see this red letter. And here you go. Here is the red letter text. Now, it does keep with the red verse numbers, even with red letter text. I kind of wish they did like Cambridge. And when it switches over to a red letter, maybe they would put the verse numbers in black. That way it's got that contrast. I do enjoy that about the Topaz that Cambridge does. So that's helps a little bit, but still I can see those with no problem. But the red letter is done very good. It's got a good shade of red in my opinion and everything. And we'll flip through here. Let me get over here. I've got it over in Romans right now because that's where we're at church, so I'm reading along there. And we'll get to the back here, let you see, and you can see it starting to raise up there a little bit because, like I said, I haven't had this Bible long enough to really break it in good. All right, and you get to the end here. There's Revelation. Here is your concordance. And we'll flip to this. Get to the end of it here. All right, there's your end of your concordance, and then here are your maps. And these are on, of course, the glossy paper and everything. And then you get to the back, and you've got your paper liner again, and you've got this this design again, and then here's the back of the Bible. So I have a confession to make. This is the only New King James Version Bible I own right now. Besides the Spurgeon and the Psalms, I have that in the New King James, but it's just the Psalms. So, but as far as the full biblical text, this is the only New King I own. So now I'm branching out a little bit. I've got a King James, and now I've got this New King James. But like I say, my goal is going to be to get a McLaren, just because I really would like to have a McLaren edition. I'm looking right now, and they've got one on Christian Book for $29.14. It is a large print verse by verse reference Bible. I'm not sure. Let's see. It's got a 10.5 point font, so it'll be a little bit bigger, but still. But like I say, my goal is to get one. I'll probably wind up with one here before too long. But anyway, are you guys a fan of the New King James Version? I might carry this to church with me Sunday. My pastor uses the ESV, but the New King and the ESV, they kind of read a little similar, so it shouldn't be an issue taking this to church with me. But like I say, I'll leave a link down below where you can purchase this. Don't forget, my link tree is down below where you can follow me on social media. My Buy Me a Coffee is there if you want to help support the channel in any way. Also, I want to give a shout out to Colton Yarbrough. If you don't follow his channel, you should. He did my introduction, which I'm hoping will be on this video. I'm gonna start tweaking things a little bit. I'm gonna try to do things a little differently. I'm gonna try to get a new setup on how I record and everything. I just use my phone, which is fine, my iPhone. So I'm probably not going to change that, but I got to get something that's better as far as the way it holds my phone. I've got something that clamps to my desk, but it gets a little shaky sometimes, and it doesn't want to hold my phone real good sometimes. And I was trying to do it a little different, and I couldn't because it kept wanting to bend. So I got to find something a little bit better on that. But anyway, so if you want to help donate towards something like that would be helpful. If not, it's fine. But like I say, my link tree's there. Also, my link to Wrath and Grace will be there, the Wrath and Grace Universe. Go check those guys out. Also, the Truth and Love Network, as you guys see it here on my wrist. That is a network of guys that I'm with that all have different podcasts and things that they do. So go check them out. The website for that will be down below. So you can go and see what everybody does and what all we have to offer. As always, I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, grace and peace.